Throughout human history, laws have been the bedrock of civilization, pillars built to protect society, maintain order, and uphold justice. But alongside these pillars stand some of the most peculiar, bizarre, and downright strange edicts ever conceived. Laws so unusual they challenge our modern understanding of logic and reason. Today, we journey back in time to uncover the 5 strangest laws in human history. Our first stop takes us to the cradle of democracy, ancient Greece, the birthplace of philosophy and the Olympic Games. Here, amidst the gleaming marble temples and bustling agoras, a perplexing law was enforced with deadly seriousness. Married women were strictly forbidden from attending the Olympic Games. This wasn't merely a social custom, it was a capital offense. Any married woman caught even near the sacred grounds of Olympia during the Games would be thrown from the Tepean Rock. Historians believe this law stemmed from the Games' deep religious significance and the fact that male athletes competed in the nude, a sight considered improper for respectable wives. While unmarried women and priestesses were granted some access, married women were excluded entirely, a stark reminder of the rigid gender roles that defined even this enlightened society. The law reveals a culture that both celebrated the human form and simultaneously sought to control it through severe, gender-specific restrictions. Next, we travel to 17th century England, a nation in the grip of puritanical fervor. In 1647, under the influence of Oliver Cromwell's government, a law was passed that seems almost comical today. It became illegal to eat cake on Sunday. This wasn't a dietary guideline. It was a moral decree. For the Puritans, Sunday was a day for solemn worship and quiet reflection. Any form of pleasure, from feasts to games, was viewed as sinful and a distraction from God. Cake, a symbol of celebration and indulgence, was strictly outlawed on the holy day. This law was part of a wider crackdown on festivities, which famously included the banning of Christmas celebrations. While it might seem trivial, the prohibition of simple pleasures like eating cake on a Sunday illustrates the profound extent to which religious ideology could penetrate the daily lives of ordinary people, dictating not just their worship, but even what they could eat at their own table. Our journey now takes us eastward to the opulent world of Imperial China. In a society governed by intricate rituals and strict hierarchies, color itself was a matter of law. For centuries, the vibrant, luminous shade of yellow was reserved exclusively for the emperor. Known as the Son of Heaven, the emperor was seen as a divine link between the celestial and terrestrial realms, and yellow, the color of the earth and the center of the universe in Chinese cosmology, became his sacred symbol. From the iconic robes he wore to the gleaming tiles of the Forbidden City, this golden hue was his alone. For anyone else to wear yellow was not just a fashion faux pas. It was an act of treason, a direct challenge to imperial authority, punishable by death. This law demonstrates how every detail of life, even the color of one's clothing, was meticulously controlled to reinforce the emperor's supreme and untouchable status. We return to Europe, this time to the Middle Ages in France, a period often dismissed as the Dark Ages, yet one filled with surprisingly complex legal proceedings. Here we encounter one of history's most surreal legal cases. In 1386, in the town of Falaise, a pig was put on trial. The charge, the murder of a child. This was not a symbolic gesture. The pig was arrested, imprisoned, and brought before a court, complete with a judge, lawyers, and witnesses. The animal was treated as a legal person, capable of committing a crime and deserving of punishment. After being found guilty, the pig was publicly executed in the town square, dressed in human clothes as a final grim statement. While it sounds absurd, animal trials were not uncommon in medieval Europe. They reflected a worldview where the lines between humans, animals, and the divine were blurred, and justice was seen as a universal force that applied to all of God's creatures, no matter their species. Our final destination is feudal Japan, during the age of the samurai. Within this rigid warrior society, a fearsome privilege known as kirisute gomen, was enshrined in law. This translates to permission to cut down and leave. It granted a samurai the right to strike down a commoner who had insulted him or violated the law, such as by carrying a sword illegally. This was not an unchecked license to kill. The samurai had to prove the offense was severe and report the incident immediately. However, the law powerfully reinforced the samurai's elite status. It was a constant visible reminder that their honor was paramount and that disrespect could be met with instant lethal force. This right exemplified the strict social hierarchy of the Edo period, where the warrior class held the power of life and death over the lower classes, cementing their authority through a chilling legal privilege. From forbidden Olympic views to cake bans, from imperial colors to animal trials and a samurai's deadly right. These laws may sound ridiculous today, but they were once the fabric of reality for millions. They shaped societies, enforced power structures, and governed the most intimate details of daily life, revealing the endlessly fascinating and often strange ways humanity has sought to create order. Which law shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love exploring the forgotten corners of history, don't forget to subscribe and join us on our next journey into the past.